Hey, I'm Josh, and this is a review of our new car receiver, the Jensen VX3020. We gave this to my mom for Christmas and installed it in her 2009 Nissan Versa on Christmas Eve, and she loves it, so let's get into it. It's got 3 buttons on the left: eject for CDs and DVDs, menu, power with the volume knob, and then a little door that has a USB and headphone jack. And you can do audio and video into either of these if your device supports it. I got this for $200 off Crutchfield.com. And the great thing about ordering from Crutchfield is they'll send you the wiring harness that matches your car. So it makes installing the radio very easy. The only extra pieces you'll have to buy are these little wire splicers. You may need to buy 2 sizes. I got the 16 to 14 gauge ones, and those are the blue ones, and then the pink ones are 22 to 18 gauge wire. I think I just used the pink ones, the 22 to 18 gauge wire. Alright, so let's just run through all the cool things it can do. First, radio. Got 6 presets. You can go directly to a channel. Seek. It's got AM, FM. And it's also got a DVD player. Let's try that out. I've turned beeping on so you can tell when I'm touching the screen, but you can turn that off. The screen is 6.2 inches diagonal, I think. And it is 800 pixels across by 480 down. So it's not full screen 4:3 aspect ratio. And it's not widescreen 16:9 aspect ratio. It's kind of right in between. But it's clear, it's bright, crisp. It's very bright outside right now. It's, Christmas time, it's snowy. So there's white all around, but I can easily see the screen. It's great for daytime use. And that's why I'm wearing this blanket, because it is freezing in here. Let's see what else. Oh, you can change video mode to full screen or normal. So if I change it to normal, go back into the movie, you can see this is old Shark Tale full screen movie, so it'll have black bars on the sides. And a widescreen, if you have a super widescreen movie, it's going to be black bars. But you can make it fill up the screen by just changing it to full screen mode. I do want to tell you a little secret about this radio. Most radios, modern radios that have movie playback, have a safety feature where you have to have the brake engaged or be in park to play movies. On this one, all you have to do is take the wire that would normally go to the brake and ground it. So in this car, 2009 Nissan Versa, there's a metal frame back here with a screw in it that's a grounding screw. And you just take the wire and with the screw kind of hold it onto the metal bar, and then the radio thinks you're in park. And you can play movies, while you're driving. Obviously, don't watch movies while you're driving, but if you're on a road trip or something and passengers want to watch a movie, it's good for that. Oh yeah, and when you're watching videos, you can use the controller. It comes with a remote or the on-screen controls. So let's move on to Bluetooth. You can pair up to 5 devices for music streaming or calling. So far we've tested an iPhone 4, an iPhone 4S, a 5, 5C, and 5S. We have a lot of phones. We haven't tested a 6 or 6 Plus. We also tested a Samsung Galaxy S4. The iPhones were awesome. They streamed great, no skipping, very good. The S4, the Galaxy, was terrible. It was skipping all over the place. But if you have an Android device and you buy this receiver and it's not working, all you have to do is go to Crutchfield.com, find the product page for the Jensen VX3020, and download the firmware update onto your computer, and just follow the instructions. You'll put it on a little thumb drive, a little flash drive, and you put it in here, and you basically install a firmware update. That will make it happy. Alright, so I waited till nighttime to give you a shot of what it looks like in the dark. And the radio is pretty bright, and you can't turn the brightness down. So just beware of that. This is the screen for the Bluetooth music. And you can control it from the screen or your phone. So I just wanted to show you the streaming. It's pretty good. This is an iPhone 4S. And I will say, we didn't change the speakers at all. We still have our stock car speakers in. But just installing this receiver, we could tell that we had noticeably better sound. I don't know if it's more power being pumped out or what, but the sound was clearly better. So that's music streaming. I also want to add that the car has the feature of auto connecting. And if you leave that on, every time you get into the car, your phone will just auto-connect and start playing music. And that's kind of nice. And you can turn it on and off in the settings. Now I'm going to do the most magical thing you've ever seen and reverse time back to daytime. So this car also supports like if your car has a rear view camera or steering wheel controls. You know, like buttons for controlling the radio right here. This car doesn't have that, but if yours did, you just wire them in when you wire up to the wiring harness. You can also do video in and out. That's what these auxiliary channels are for. Has an equalizer. Comes with, you know, random presets. And you can move the sound around, fade it forward, back, left and right. It's got settings, and you can change how the radio functions. I'm in America, so I'm in the USA region. If you're in Europe, it does support European tuning. If you have a rear view camera, you can change what it's showing you. You can passcode the DVD player if you want, if you have kids. Of course, you need a microphone to make calls, so this receiver comes with one. I installed it right up here. I was told this is the best place. It can hear everyone in the car. And it's better than, you know, over here somewhere because of road noise being right by the door. And probably better than right here because steering wheel noise. It really comes down to, you know, preference, just wherever you want it. But I found this to probably be the best place. When you install the microphone, be very gentle. The wire is pretty thin and you don't want to bend it or smush it. Crimp it in any way. Otherwise, the person on the other end of the phone might hear static and it won't be a great signal. The way I got it up here was to gently pull down on this headliner. And so the wire is just running over here. You know, it's very loose, it's not being squished. And then I took out this plastic, this A-pillar. It kind of pops off. And these parts pop off as well. And a couple screws in there, not a big deal. I just took zip ties and just had a couple holding it real loose, gentle, down into here. Ran it underneath here, but above the steering linkage down here. Down here and into the back. And I made sure, you know, it wasn't getting squished or bent or pressed by any of these pieces. And that'll ensure for a good signal for the person on the other end of the phone. So if you have a device that doesn't support Bluetooth or you just want to plug in, you can plug in USB here. And this is the USB channel. It goes into iPod mode when you connect your device. And you can play music. It shows the album artwork. You can also, you know, see your playlists and artists in here. You can control it from here or your device. And you can play video as well. If you have videos on your phone, your iPod or whatever. And you can play video right through here if your device supports it. And you can also do pictures. Yeah, so overall, great buy. We're very happy. The Bluetooth music streaming is great. The phone calls are clear. DVD player is awesome. The touchscreen controls are not great. Sometimes they don't work. It's old school touchscreen technology. and it's just not the best. Sometimes you have to hit the screen a couple times, and it's a little bit annoying, but it's not a deal breaker. As you can see, most of the time I only have to tap it one time. For the price, this thing is awesome. Total time, I think, was about 3 hours, 2.5, 3 hours. That includes everything. Splicing the wire harness to the wires coming out of the back of this, and actually installing it in the car. And I went pretty slow to make sure I didn't mess up. And, you know, I was very gentle with the mic wire and taking all this stuff off, so certainly you'll be able to do it in 3 hours. Splicing the wiring harness to the new wires coming out of the new radio is probably the most technical part of the installation. And it's pretty easy. You'll take the wiring harness and the wires coming out of here, and you'll just match up colors. So you'll take the wiring harness wire, blue, or whatever color, crimp it, and then the other wire coming out of the new radio, crimp it, and that's it. You just match them up. And if you have steering wheel controls or a rear view camera, you'll have to do a few extra wires. And if you don't have those things, like this car doesn't have those controls, just make sure you crimp, you put this on the end of one of the wires that doesn't match anything and just kind of close it off, crimp it off, so that you don't just have wires just hanging around, because you can short stuff out. One thing that I'm a little bummed about is the background. This kind of green and black, looks like RPM, the speedometer, pictures. You can't change that just there. You can't change the wallpaper. One thing I wanted to add, in the back of this radio, it has video and audio in and out. I think it had a red, green, blue component video and red and white audio in and out. So you can, hook a device into that and play video onto the screen, or play a DVD in here and play the video out somewhere else, like to another TV or something like that. So that's kind of cool. All right, so overall, this radio is awesome. And while it's brand new to us, it's not the newest Jensen product ever. This is a 3000 series. They also make 4000 series and 5000 series. And if you have a newer iPhone or newer Android device, you may want to look at the 4000 and 5000 series ones, because they'll have some cool stuff like app integration. But for $200, you can watch DVDs, stream Bluetooth music, make phone calls. I think that covers just about everything. I hope this helped. If you have any questions, leave them in the comments and I'll try to get back to you.